Good morning. Today we are going to identify and name squares. You did such a beautiful job yesterday of identifying and naming circles, so today we're going to do the same but with squares. Before we get started, I want you to think about what you already know about a square and think about if you had to help a friend who didn't know what a square looks like, how would you describe it to them? What words might you use? Think about that for a quick moment before we begin. Just like we did yesterday, we're going to be sorting shapes that are squares over here on this side and shapes on the other side over here that are not squares. So we know that a square has 4 sides with 4 corners. And what's really special about the sides of a square right here, just like this yellow one, is that all of the sides are the same size. They are equal, all 4 of them. And they also have 4 corners, and a fancy word for the corners right here are called vertices. So a square has equal sides, 4 equal sides, and 4 pointy corners. Let's take a look at this first shape. It is round, has no corners or edges. I think this looks like, you guessed it, a circle. So we're going to place this in the not squares side. Perfect. Let's see what comes next. Right here, you see this green shape. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. And this is important. Take a look at how long all the sides are. They look like they're all the same size. So that means it's a square. Let's go ahead and try to put it in the squares column. Perfect. Next, we have 2 more shapes. These shapes are not squares. They have 4 sides, but they're not of equal sizes. Let's take a look at which shape comes up next. 2 shapes. Let's see. Red and yellow. They both have 4 equal sides and 4 corners. In they go for squares. The next one that's coming is really tricky. Ready? All right, let's take a look at this shape here. Now, it kind of looks like a square, but it just looks like it was turned a different way than the other squares. As long as it has 1, 2, 3, 4 equal sides and 4 corners, it's still a square. So we are going to put it in the squares column, even though it is tilted a different way than the other squares. Perfect. I'm going to let you do the next 3 shapes on your own because I think you can do it. Moving on to our scavenger hunt. Just like our hunt for circles yesterday, today you're going to be hunting for squares. An X marks the spot for a square. When you see one, I want you to put an X on every square you see. Some shapes have less sides than a square. Some shapes have more sides than a square. Remember, if it has 4 sides and 4 equal corners, even if it's tilted a different way, it's still a square. Let's take a look and see if we can find a square or 2 together. right here, I think this big yellow one stands out really nicely. 4 corners, 4 equal sides, X marks the spot. This is a square. So I'm going to leave you here with this and see if you can practice with the other shapes. Whoop. I want you here to challenge yourself. Together, let's see what the personal math trainer is asking us. It asks us to take a look at these 3 shapes and think about what statements are true and what statements describe the shapes. This choice A says the shapes are squares. Thumbs up if you agree. I think they're all squares. You can choose more than one answer. Choice B says the shapes are different sizes. Some are bigger, some are smaller. I think that's true also. Thumbs up if you agree. Now, choice C, the shapes are round. Do they look round like a circle? Absolutely not. Let's check our answer. Excellent. You think we can do one more? I think we have time for one more. Let's see. All right, select the shape that is a square. Keep looking out for those 4 sides of equal length and 4 corners. This shape here is round and has no sides. Definitely not choice A. Choice B does have 4 equal sides and 4 equal corners. It looks like a square to me, so I'm going to select this one, but let's check choice C before we decide. This has more than 4 sides, so definitely not choice C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not a square. That is called a hexagon, which we will get to one day soon. Let's check our answer.
Good job.
Perfect. So I hope that you learned a lot about squares. Once this video is done, you're going to watch the next one and work along with me in your Goal Math pages or in your math notebook. I will see you in a moment.